Gemini Live is the next edition of smart assistants coming to the latest Android builds, Android 15. And what's new, you may ask? Well, we already had the Gemini, the Google Assistant. We even had Samsung Bixby and Amazon Alexa. So what makes this new assistant smart or different? Well, for one thing, it is coming from the house of Google, so you can expect the type of quality from a company like Google. And second thing, it comes with a natural language processing, which means it sounds absolutely like what you would expect from a normal person. Now, invoking the assistant or Gemini Live is pretty straightforward. You just need to invoke how you would normally invoke any assistant in your phone. Now I'm invoking in this way, and do note that once I'm in the Gemini Live session, everything that I say would be taken as input, upon which the Gemini Live will be processing and will be giving me an output. So I will be talking less, will be interacting with the Gemini more. Now I'll be invoking the assistant, the Gemini Live. For that, I need to invoke the Gemini first, and instead of that one, you will see a button to the bottom right where we can click, and that will take us directly to Gemini Live. Gemini Live is different from Gemini in the sense that Gemini Live is always on the go. It's always seeking input. It's always listening for you. So it's how you would normally talk to any other person, any other person in the real time. So it's essentially like a normal person, sort of like how you might have seen in the film Her, which is by Joaquin Phoenix. Now in that one, you can see an smart AI which can literally be another person without a body, which can interact with you, which can provide queries to you, answer you, question yourself, and all the sort. So this one is something that comes close to that AI in Her movie. Now let me invoke, and I'll just give you a quick demo of Gemini Live. Hello Gemini.
Hey there.
So what is the news like?
Well, it looks like Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, gave a pretty fiery speech. He was holding a rifle and basically waving it in Israel's face. Meanwhile, Boris Johnson's got a new book out where he claims Netanyahu had his bathroom bugged. Apparently, they found a listening device. Want me to check for anything else?
What's happening in the area of space exploration?
Space exploration is heating up. NASA's Lucy spacecraft made its first ever flyby of a Trojan asteroid. These asteroids are like cosmic fossils left over from the formation of the solar system.
What is the progress of India in the field?
The population of India is over 1.4 billion people. It's actually the most populous country in the world.
I was asking about the progress of India in the field of space.
India is really making its mark on space exploration. They were the first Asian country to reach Mars with the Mangalyaan orbiter, and just last year, they became the first country to land a spacecraft on the moon's south pole with Chandrayaan-3. Plus, they launched their first ever solar mission, Aditya L1. It's an exciting
What do you
time
think
for the
about
Indian
India's
Space
space exploration?
If I'm understanding you correctly, you're asking about the capital of India. The capital of India is New Delhi.
No, I was asking the progress. What do you think about the progress of India in space exploration?
India is really making waves in space. They've got a lot of impressive missions under their belt. Landing Chandrayaan-3 on the moon's south pole was a huge deal. They're only the fourth country to ever pull that off. Plus, their Mars orbiter mission.
Now, as you can see, I have paused the Gemini Live session, and I could use the Gemini Live without any hands, any interaction. I could control it with my own voice. So essentially what it means is, if you have paired your phone with a Bluetooth headset, you can essentially talk to Gemini Live without even having to touch your phone, essentially like another person. But this leads up a huge world of possibilities in the future, because right now Gemini Live is pretty limited. It's only able to respond to what you are currently asking, or able to answer the questions you're currently asking. It can even spark some curiosity inside of you. But that's about it. It cannot handle the smart or the Google lights or the smart lights, the smart switches, or it cannot interact directly with other smart devices for the moment. But I'm pretty sure in the future that will happen, and when that happens, it is a whole new game changer, because the natural style of responding that you can see right now, paired with the enormous ability to interact with the ecosystem or any other devices, would essentially make it close to the Jarvis that we have seen in Iron Man. So that's my thought on this, because currently it's in still beta phase. It's still developing. It needs more input, more users to work upon it. Currently there are only a handful of languages that are being currently supported by Gemini Live, but in the future definitely this will grow, because it's a AI model. It needs more data to grow, and if more users are using it, then obviously more powerful it becomes. So, and one more thing that I really liked is it will give the transcript of what all we have discussed right now. So it's actually pretty good, especially if you were facing some difficulty in hearing exactly what it said, or it essentially gives you a bullet point of what we all discussed, so you can copy paste it to somewhere, or you can save it. That's actually a pretty nifty feature. Now that's about it. That's the small demo that we can see of Gemini Live, and I think this has great potential, and this is supposed to grow exponentially from now, given that Google has a lot of data about the people, about everything around that. So that's about it. That's my impression about Gemini Live, and this supposedly is free for all the Android users. You don't need the latest Android version or anything like that. Just head over to the Play Store and search for Gemini Live, and you should be able to get it pretty working on your phone. Now it's basically an application. Now if you can update the application or install the application, you'll be able to get the Gemini Live. So normally when you do this, you'll be guided to the normal Google Assistant, which might be different, but you can always change it once you install this application that we have seen right now. So that's about it. That's a quick overview of the Gemini, its possibilities, its advantages, its weakness, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on the same. Catch you guys on the next one.